When I was sitting here before you, you did a rampage and you said, my vortex has got it, with where I wanted my relationship to be. And you said, go general. And I'm wondering, am I still in that place that I know I'm creating whatever distance is still missing? So am I still in a place, you said, don't go into denial. You can't say I'm happy. But I manifested this check in the mail saying, I'm just going to feel what it's like for it to come in the mail, and I can tell people that I did this. And
that's better. Focusing on what is, if it doesn't please you, is not a good idea. And imagining or pretending the way you prefer it is a better idea. But still, whether you're looking at what is or you're pretending what will be, you're still basing your emotions on a condition that you're trying to conjure. And there's a backwardness in that. Sometimes people will say, Abraham, please tell me what you see. Please tell me that I'm on the right path. Please tell me how to get to where I want to be. And we say, you're just trying to use us as a conditional reality so that you can focus upon what we're saying so that you can feel better. And there's a trap in that. That's needing to see it before you believe it. You got to believe it before you see it. And so the way you believe the specifics of that before you see it is by realizing the other things that are the way you want them to be. There are so many reasons to feel good. Let's take a word. We're going to take a segment of refreshment here in 1 minute. Let's take a word like love. So, love. So, you know when you feel love. You know when it wells up in you. You know when you have a feeling of appreciation. You know what it feels like to really love or appreciate something a moment in time. But loving someone, finding a condition that is lovable, is so much more convoluted. There are so many more moving parts, and there's so much more that's uncontrollable in it. Here I stand in a universe that I accept is vibrationally based. And this vibrationally based universe is responding accurately to the vibrations that I emit. I now get it that what I broadcast or transmit is what sets the vibrational tone of what I receive. So what I broadcast is what I get back. So if I focus upon absence of something I want, I broadcast it and I get more absence of it back. If I focus upon something that I want and I feel joyful as I'm focusing upon it, I get the reality of that back. I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational universe, and my emotions are telling me where I stand in relationship to everything that I want all along. This is not a hard thing, you're saying to yourself. This is not a hard thing. Now that I understand law of attraction, now I understand my emotions, I understand that my work really is to follow my path of least resistance. Where does my path of least resistance lead? It leads to alignment. It leads to clarity. It leads to happiness. Everything that you want, whether it's a material object or a state of being or a relationship or a pile of money, every single thing you want because you believe in the having of that you will feel better. What we're wanting to show you is that you have a way of focusing yourself into feeling better without having that. And if you consistently focus yourself into feeling better without having that, the next natural evolution is that you will have that in its full and blossoming form. But if you don't have it and you're trying to figure out how to get to that, that's conditional, and all you do is activate all the stuff that's going on that will just replicate what you've got going on. So it's different faces in different places, but the same experience over and over and over again. Does that sound familiar? All you have to do is goose up your happiness just a little bit. Just goose up your happiness 10% and watch the difference in what starts manifesting. We're not asking you for 100% happiness. Just 10% more happiness than you've got going on now will radically change the manifestations in your life experience. No, you were not born with things that you're supposed to do. There isn't a pile of responsibility that you're supposed to fulfill. You're not trying to make up for past lifetimes. You're not here to change the world or to save the world. You're here because you are a creator who loves an environment in which you are inspired to individual desires which you have the ability to find vibrational frequency with and achieve to the fullest degree. That's why you're here. You're here for the joy of creating.
Facebook stresses me out. Like, I get on it for my business, and then invariably I'm clicking away, and I'm going down a path, and I swear I've regressed to childhood where I'm back to the dork in the corner who's afraid to say something, and then I do and it's not listened to, but the popular girl posts some awful things about her husband and she's got 150 likes, I would never do that to your husband, but...
Well, let's just talk about this for just a moment, and then we'll take the whole thing in context. Getting 150 likes for something unwanted is not winning. All that means is that whoever is looking there is looking for trouble and finding it, because that's the frequency that they're in. But it is our promise to you that many more of them than would ever admit it are feeling funny in their stomach like you do if you get focused there too much. So the internet and Facebook are like anything else. There are aspects that you want and aspects that you don't want, and your vibrational frequency will begin to set the tone for what comes to you.
So ramp up before I even get on Facebook, maybe.
Be clear about who you are and what you're looking for and what you want.
Okay.
One of the things that has been one of the most profound and beautifully spoken tenets of the philosophy that we express to the world is mind your own business. Wasn't that beautifully said? Mind your own business, because it's enough for you to find your own vibrational alignment. When you've got your nose in everybody else's business, then it's just activating all kinds of unresolved things. And so while it does help you launch rockets of desire, and it does help you make your vortex stronger about who you are and what you really want, the more you put your attention upon things over which you have no control, the more important it is that you stand in your place of alignment as you are doing it. And then it can be an interesting journey rather than an upsetting journey. When you're in alignment, anything that you see won't upset you. When you're out of alignment, so much of what you see will upset you. So it's a matter of how well connected with who you really are, you are. When you are in alignment and someone posts something and someone is in distress, in your alignment, you will be solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. The majority of the people who are chiming in are problem-oriented. In other words, when you see something that is unpleasant and you click like, in your chiming in, what you're doing is acknowledging that that's the vibrational frequency that I'm at too. Agreed. We are in a similar vibrational frequency. Well, if you're not in a similar vibrational frequency, you don't like, you yike. Yikes. There should be a like and a yikes.
Do you speak to us as Abraham through the perception of Esther's source, or is, and I think it's more a matter of Abraham being a separate partition of source?
Well, source is speaking to all of you. As we are talking about this vibrational reality that then Esther is receiving the thought for, back here are other vibrational realities of which Abraham is a part. So Abraham represents Esther's inner being and the cadre of teacher energies that are surrounding that. So as Abraham manifests further and further and further, eventually Abraham has become a reality that you all can see and hear through Esther's interpretation of it. But everyone has access to this source energy that will manifest depending upon where you are and what you want and what your intentions were coming in.
It's all one.
It is all one, but the diversity of that one is what gives the balance to the whole that allows the one to become more.
And the fun. Thank you.
Very good.
Recently, or rather, things have been building up in my family for quite some time now, some family troubles.
Momentum?
Yes, quite a bit. And it has resulted in my little sister having some alcoholism, some issues with that. So last, I think it was Monday, earlier this week, we met with an intervention specialist to plan whether or not we want to have an intervention for my little sister. So, long story short, the conversation kind of blew up into a
Because
family
everyone needs her to be different so that they can feel better.
to some extent,
Everyone
yeah.
needs her to be different so that they can feel better. And you say to yourself, but it's for her benefit, but it's so that you will feel better. you see. And she is saying, it's not my job to be different so that you can feel better. I'm seeking my freedom in this way.
Okay, and more so, I was kind of like gearing off into a different direction.
If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would offer a vibrational intervention. We would ignore what is, if it's a manifestation that's not pleasing, and we would focus upon who she really is, and we would practice the vibration of that until the vibration of who you know her to be is so dominant in your vibration that she cannot show anything other than that to you. A vibrational intervention. Because when you say, you've got to stop this behavior, you've got to stop doing this thing you do, that's like saying to a train that's going 100 miles an hour in one direction, stop, and you'll deserve it when it runs over you.
Right. Okay, can I make the example a little bit more complex, slightly?
We're nearly out of time, so don't make it too complex.
Okay. So my dad, he has some issues of his own, and I find that I was thinking if I focus on the things that I'm appreciative of him for and this and that, I can improve my experience with him.
You can for sure, but you know what? That's really going about it the hard way. As you take these situations that, while they're very close up to you and they matter a lot to you, as you take those to be the subjects by which you improve your vibration, you have a hard time doing it because the conditions that surround you keep demanding your attention in a way that makes it harder. So if you can get off the subject of those things that are hard and on the subject of the things that are easier, in other words, it's like we were saying, let's say there are 10 subjects and 9 of them are terrible. Well, it sounds like quite a few of them are already happening with your family, with your sister, with your father, and so forth. So if you could just take something else that has not got so much momentum going and focus on it for the purpose of being on your path or following your path of lesser resistance, you'll get into vibrational sync and you will receive guidance or inspiration. You will realize the inspiration that's already coming so that you'll be in the right place at the right time, and all of those things will come into alignment. It's a very common thing. Almost everyone takes the issue that is bothering them the most, and that's what they want to start with. And we say, don't begin there. That's the hard way of going about it. Find alignment. You're looking for alignment, not a way to fix your family. You're looking for alignment, not a way to fix relationships. You're looking for alignment with who you are, and that will take care of everything else. But if you try to fix this, you won't find alignment. You see what we're getting at?
Yes.
As you focus and make lists, it's sort of like Esther does focus wheels. She really likes starting with where she wants to be and then making statements around the wheel that reflect where she wants to be, and she's getting very good at it. But recently she was talking about something that was more involved and there was more negative emotion around it. And we said to her, Esther, it's like you go into a restaurant and there's this food that you really don't want to eat. You've never liked it. You don't like the texture of it. You don't like the taste of it. You don't like the smell of it. You don't like anything about it. Don't do a focus wheel about it until you like it. Just eat other things. And that's sort of what we're saying to you here. Don't try to fix things that feel broken. Just focus upon things that give you lightheartedness and joy and ease until you make that your vibrational lifestyle. And then watch what happens to every relationship in your life experience.
Yes.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. This is a really good day. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. It is delicious to come together with those like you, who come with the fullness of who you are, all exposed vibrationally and ready for us to devour. And then you present yourself in your juxtaposition with that, and you help us to carve out a path together so that you can get to where you want to be, to who you really are, to what you deserve. Be easy about it. Be playful about it. Don't work too hard at it. Start with things that are easy and let the universe show you how aware it is of you. There are so many paths to what you want, and all of them delicious. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in your vortex.